both doing well.
Hi, how are you?
I absolutely loved this movie. I am such
Oh,
a big fan of just Christmas movies in general, and I love Lindsay Lohan. So I was so excited when I saw it. But I would love to know, what is it about Christmas movies that draw you both in? Because I saw in your bios that you've actually been involved in quite a few.
We have. Well,
we love Christmas.
yeah, I think it started out that we're big fans of
Yeah.
Christmas movies ourselves, and we
Yeah.
thought, well, let's write a Christmas movie, and
Yeah.
maybe people will watch it every year along with the others. And so that was the beginning, and we found out that it's just such a fun genre to shoot, because you're shooting inspiring stories and in beautiful places, and it just gives you that warm feeling. And as you live with your movie for a year, when you're from usually from conception to release it, at least. So
Yeah.
what a beautiful place to be than in Christmas land. So
Yeah, that's right.
Were you guys a fan of the movie Overboard?
Oh, yeah.
we loved
Yes.
Overboard.
I was going to ask. I was like,
both overboard.
yeah, I was going to ask, was inspiration taken from that movie? Because I was like, this is because I loved Overboard, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like kind of like a Christmas version.
Yes, it is. It is a wink and a nod to Overboard.
Yeah. Or While You Were Sleeping, if you recall that one. Do you remember that Christmas movie?
I actually have not seen that one, but now I'm going to have
Sandra
to.
Bullock. Yes, Sandra Bullock, and the gentleman gets amnesia and thinks that he's engaged to her. And yeah, so I mean, there's been stories like that in the past, but we it's hard to reinvent the wheel. I mean, there's many stories that kind of have similar threads, and as Janeen said, it is a wink and a nod.
Oh yes, no, that's what I love most about it. For sure. Yeah. Well, you never really know these days. So first of all, where was this filmed? Was this filmed on location? Was there anything that was a set?
Actually, it was, yes, we shot in December in Utah in the snow. So it was so pretty much everything was practical. When we did build a few things, but the North Star and the Belmont and all of those were practical locations. So
yeah, they're beautiful hotels in Deer Valley. It was at the Goldner Hirsch. There's an Austrian side and a modern side, and then there's a place called the Blue Boar Inn in over Midway, Utah. And between those main locations, we were able to create these two worlds. But it was all, that was actually, a lot of real snow. The Christmas market scene was in 10 below zero up in Solitude.
And our production designer did build that. And and yeah, I think, with a lot of beautiful and creative enhancements, we did use a lot of practical locations.
So how much skiing was actually involved in the making of this film?
There was a lot. Well, there was skiing, and then a lot of our crew had to ski as well. And our camera operator was an amazing Olympian skier. Let me see. Our
stunt coordinator was brilliant.
He's an Olympic aerialist and
has coached Olympic teams.
So we had some really major skiers.
We had to take snowmobiles to get to locations. We had to use snowshoes.
We had to snowshoe out to Ralph's camp. To
Ralph and Tad wandering. Literally all of us had to put on snowshoes. We had to tromp out in the middle of nowhere in snowshoes.
So we were really fit by the time we ended shooting.
Oh yeah, I was in great shape.
Bonus.
That makes me wonder what the scene where Sarah and Tad are falling down the mountain. What was that? Was that a stunt? Like, I mean, obviously they weren't actually falling down the mountain, but what went into that?
Oh, well,
that was complex.
That was a combination of stunt performers and our actors, and that was Lindsay that you saw sliding down on her stomach with her face this far. She's really brave and really coordinated, and our stunt coordinator made sure that our actors were safe. So they did what they were comfortable with, and then the rest was done with stunt performers. So, and
we had harnesses on people and cables and making sure everybody was tethered in. But it was fun. It was very adventurous.
Well, another part of the movie, actually, I'm going to be honest. I think my favorite part of the movie was Ralph and Tad. I thought they just.
Oh God, we love them so much.
I was going to ask you, what did you have the most fun with when it came to this duo? They had such great scenes.
Oh, they were.
Well,
pretty much anytime you turn the camera on them, it was always an adventure, wasn't it? I mean,
it was, and they were
yeah.
really great sports because I think they had to brave the elements more than anybody. And that bean scene was our last shot of the movie, and I think it was 18 below zero then. But even the stuff in the day when they were tromping around and Tad falls and says, "I can't make it," you know, it was still really, really cold. It, you know, it was sunny, but so they managed to keep their energy and keep it light, even though it was really, you know, they weren't really dressed for it because they had costumes on, and we didn't know that it was going to be, when we did our costume fittings, I think it was 60 degrees out. So
we didn't realize it would drop to that degree. But let me tell you, there's one really funny moment when George Young, who plays Tad, do you remember when he's tromping through and he's on his cell phone trying to get cell signal, and he's and so I remember you Janine, you were telling him, "Oh, we need a little more snow on George's, you know, hair," and all I know is I look over and George just puts his face into the snow.
Well, we couldn't get.
He just went bonk, because we couldn't get makeup people out there because they had
pristine snow, and he was walking on it first time.
Yeah, we didn't want anybody to walk on it, exactly, because it was all this beautiful snow, and nobody's supposed to be out there. We didn't want the makeup and everybody walking out there on the snow. So George just says, "I got it," and he just goes boom, and he puts his face right into the snow and gets up. And then Janine says, "That's too much, George. Take a little bit off." And George, his face was just completely, it was like a snowman.
He went all in. He sounds dedicated. I love that.
Yes. No, definitely.
All in.
Well, you see, I really like Tad's character specifically because, you know, in movies like these, a lot of the time they're not great people, but, you know, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but Tad and Sierra and even her dad, none of them were really bad people. I mean, they were all like genuinely, they have a heart, you know, at the end of the film.
They couldn't help themselves, I think, is one of those things where they just, you know, they start out a little clueless, but we tried to give
narcissistic,
a little selfish, a little bit self-involved at least. But we really tried to give Tad and Sierra an arc, and even Jack Wagner's character of the father, you get the sense that he's going to become part of this new family and that he's going to have a better life and with more meaning as well. And I think that's the idea of Christmas is giving and stopping and taking pause and appreciating what you have and trying to share it with others. So that's kind of, I think, the sentiment that we tried to bring.
When Tad stopped Ralph from being arrested and was like, "You'll have to take me too," I was like that touched me.
And their little hearts are like, "Oh, you know, keep in touch."
Well, the chemistry between Sarah and Jake, I thought was incredible. Was there a moment when you guys were filming or on set or a certain scene where you just kind of saw the magic and was like, "Wow, this is a great moment"?
Oh, I think definitely the scene where they're dancing.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Just so beautiful in the way he was holding her and the way she was looking at him. And I think, you know, they became, Cord and Lindsay, and they both had their significant others there with them, and they became friends outside, you know, they became friends, I think, anyway. So you could feel that they genuinely liked each other as people and appreciated each other's talents, and so that really came across on the screen.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw also that you recently wrapped on Irish Wish with Lindsay Lohan, right? Yes. What is the best part about, you know, working with her? Because clearly you've worked with her before.
Well, she's such a talent, and she's such an intelligent actor, and she comes so prepared. And it's a joy to work with someone who brings so much to the screen, and every single take she gives you gold. I mean, we can literally, when we're actually editing right now on Irish Wish, and every single scene, you know, we have some where there's quite a few people in a scene, as we could always go to Lindsay. She just brings it, and she has that it factor. She just has that star quality, you know, and she has she's multifaceted. She's got, you know, comedic chops, emotional, you know, charming. She just brings all of that, which is perfect in a star of a rom-com. You know, you can't ask for more than that. That's just brilliant.
Lastly, since you guys are so great at making Christmas movies, I would love to know what your favorite one to watch is. Do you guys have a favorite movie that you watch at Christmas time?
I mean, where do we start? Love Actually.
Well, Love Actually, and It's a Wonderful Life,
It's a Wonderful Life,
and White Christmas.
White Christmas.
We actually, okay, we like Family Man, and
we love Elf. We love Home Alone.
Christmas Vacation. Just Friends.
Just Friends is wonderful. Yeah.
And then we like stuff, other things that are a little bit more heartfelt than funny, like Joyeux Noel, and also Noel with Penelope Cruz. And there's a lot of really amazing Christmas movies. The list goes on and on. And we also like all the classics as well, Christmas in Connecticut and Bells of St. Mary.
But the number one is Love Actually.
Yeah.
That's number one task.
I love that so much.